It's us once again. Me, JT. Say something.
I'm Mike B.
Oh, it ain't Michael this time.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Michael B.
No.
I forgot what show we was doing. It was a different show. I'm Michael B.
How you doing, brother?
And I'm Michael B. Do people do that anymore?
Only in like the food category.
This is a different kind of show, remember? You starting off wrong.
I ain't gonna talk about you. But we're here on another episode trying to give you another, I guess, scoop or recap on the Sheards. This is the third week. It seemed like it was more the overall tone. It seemed like it was more on Kiera.
But I feel like that's every episode. The cameras are following Kiera. Yeah, it's not the Sheards. It's Kiki.
Oh,
it's her show.
Kiki and the Sheards.
Kiki and just her life. You know, like we get a little glimpse of what's going on with her family only because she's there. You really don't see what's going on.
So
with them.
Are you trying to say if
they neglecting the rest of the family? I need to know what the bishop got to say. We know what J. Drew going through, and then the mama Karen.
She's just there.
She got no speaking part. They making her extra. Like you see her, like every now and then she'll say a few words of wisdom, but to give you a few nuggets.
It seems like she asks questions, and that's her part.
Right. She's like, you know, when you distraught, you go to that like the wise one, and they don't use many words, but then you get the point.
Oh, okay.
You know, like
the dog's tail is longer than a leg.
Maybe. I feel yes. We're going to go with that one.
Oh, okay.
Hey. The survey says yes. We're gonna go with that one.
That's my wise note.
And that's why you don't get paid.
What do you think about this third episode and how it's going so far?
Well, as we see, it's going to be like this. I guess the rest of the season is going to be us seeing Kiera try to branch out, but then the conflict that it causes between her and her brother J. Drew, because that was her producer. I'm not sure if this is going to be her third project. It sounds like it's going to be her third project.
She said she had like 5 albums or something.
Oh, well, I was about to say, well, hell. But
you
see how the Lord just kind of stopped me. But it sounds like she worked with Rodney Jerkins, was that his name? She worked with him before, and I guess he made
she said her first hit like when she was like 14 or 15 or something like that.
Right. And so, but I guess her last project, she was working with her brother J. Drew, and
it didn't.
The hits weren't there.
I think through the gospel community, the young folk that got gospel music in their little repertoire of music. They know, and they've known all the music, they might enjoy it. But as far as, like people outside the gospel realm, kids, they know about Mary and Kurt Franklin and that, but
so I feel like she's trying to branch out, kind of like Mary, even though they're not. It's not like they're singing like secular worldly music. They're just on the
organ laced music, churchified, they not doing that. Some old James Cleveland, some choir stuff,
right.
They actually got some beats.
And I feel like that's where she's trying to go.
Yes.
And which makes sense because, well, I can't say because, where she is right now is small because she's big. She's big in...
What are you talking about?
No.
Oh.
I'm saying people know her.
Okay.
I knew of her. I just didn't know her music.
So you were the person outside?
Oh, yeah. But she's reaching me.
Okay.
She got me now. Oh. I'm a fan.
And that's what she wanted to do.
Exactly. So the show was good. We also got to see J. Drew attempt to talk to his girl again.
Well, yeah, okay. The beginning of the episode, they spoke on that again. He was talking to his parents, about the relationship. It seemed like he going everywhere trying to find a way to get rid of this girl.
I feel like he's looking for the right He's tired of having this conversation with her about not wanting to be in a relationship, just wanting to be like, let's just be parents, and like our relationship He's like, we need to forget about everything we done been through. Mm-hmm. Let's just be parents to our child, and that's it. So he's looking everywhere he can look for the right words that'll help her get it. Because when he talks to her, she evidently don't get it.
It seems like she's singing a lullaby in her head while he talking. I'm gonna get him back. I'm gonna get him. Because I mean, how she be looking is just so nonchalant. Like all right.
He's saying that now, but I know.
Just wait, until I wear him down. Like, we just gonna, be co-parents. And she was like, if that's what you want. I mean, then they play that little crazy music. It's like, like
you talk about the scene where they were actually talking
in her house, in her apartment, and it.
And I feel like this is going to be just an ongoing. Well, maybe next week I think it's going to change a little bit next week.
Go to the head,
but so far it's been them two having that same conversation, and I feel sorry for him because she's not listening to him. She wants to be in a relationship. She wants a friendship. She's not calling it a relationship. She wants a friendship, and he don't even want that. How does that? And then look at the flip side. How does that make her feel to know that the man you had a baby with and that used to love you and had a relationship for 10 years don't even want to be your friend?
She holding on.
She may be holding on, but then what? Why is he so? I want to know. Like, why is he so angry? Like, what did she do to him? Like? You don't even, I don't want to be a friend.
I think it's building up because she don't want to let go.
Okay.
I think it's easier for men to break up. I mean, so he kind of broke it off and it just cut ties. Or
if
something.
they didn't have that baby, he probably wouldn't speak.
Oh no, and so he's pretty much done, and she wants some more.
Well, that just goes to show she really, has some love for him.
I'm pretty sure. I'm 10 years.
But I feel like maybe he didn't have that. Maybe that whole 10 years, they really weren't on the same page.
During that 10 years he was loving her during the loving. And but as far as the relationship,
it wasn't there.
You already see that, until
next week.
She goes, and I was thinking about that when they was having that conversation. I'm like, you like this right now.
When she said, are you sure that's what you want?
Yeah, but when you see another cat.
I said she going to do something like very vindictive or she's going to try and hurt him. But it looks like what she's going to do when they show like what's going to happen on the next episode, she's going to like go out on a date with another guy to try, which makes sense to try to help herself get over him because that's really the only way to do it. Because if this is the only guy she interacts with, and no matter what it is, she's around the family all the time. Then of course those feelings can't go anywhere because she has nowhere to put them.
I can just see it already. The old grown-up games, and thus it begins.
We'll see. So it's gonna be. I think next week's gonna be interesting. The other situation that we were dealing with on this episode was Kiera, her manager Holly, wanting her to go and like speak with in
LA,
go to LA to see new different producers because I mean J. Drew tried. Holly doesn't believe that he is the one that can take her to the next level. So, which I mean I can understand that, but I can also see J. Drew being like they trying to like
push him out.
Try to push me out. Also trying to break up this thing that me and my sister had. We were trying to build her sound together. And you on the outside, maybe that's where they need to be. You on the outside, you can hear what I can't hear because I'm so invested that I'm not really listening like I'm supposed
to. They brother and sister, so they, most of their lives they've been together, and so I know where your faults are, and she knows where his faults are, but it's a collaborative effort. But when you need somebody from outside, to give you more direction or guidance, just to have another person. Somebody, you don't need a yes man or all the time. I ain't saying that's how they work, but you need another opinion outside. Brother and sister, you might I know what gets him mad, so I ain't gonna say it. Somebody outside they might say it, and it might be right,
and it may be what he needs to hear.
You know. So I think it's good to branch out. The first person she saw was I think a Def Jam exec.
Yeah.
I forgot the dude's name, but you know they sat down and
she played her song.
Yeah, and you know, and it seemed like this was the ongoing tone,
the consensus. What everybody's saying.
Okay, yes, I like it. I like your music. I like how you sing, but I need to hear your voice on somebody else's track. You know,
and he felt like her voice was too good to be auto-tuned. You know, which I mean, if you have a decent voice, then why auto-tune it?
And usually that's not the case nowadays. You know, you need that. That's why they have it. That's why auto-tune is so big right now.
Because the people out here they can't sing.
And so he told her, you got a nice voice. I want you on another track. I don't know if because I think she's on her father's label. So I don't know if they gonna have like a
conflict.
Not conflict. I don't know. You know how you have a label and then have a distribution label to come in and like Def Jam and
no. I mean, I'm just saying you can school me.
I was hoping you was gonna come back and we can converse.
Oh no, I ain't got nothing.
Because I might leave myself on that conversation. I might walk out on my own.
Being sentenced.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna even start.
No, I don't know.
But that was the first person she saw, and basically he told her, branch out. And then she went to, was it the poetry thing first, or went to writing?
No, she went to the poetry thing first, right?
Okay, the poetry scene, or the what you call them, like a speakeasy, or
it seemed like a little lounge, but like in a theater type setting,
like a black box.
Yeah, where they had a stage kind of in the center, people all around, and people just going up and spitting poetry, lyrics. That's really all we saw. We didn't see like people rapping or anything like that. But in those type of scenes, you kind of get everything.
That feel, yeah. And so she was there with her friend. She's friends with the girl from the Glee, the black chick. So everybody know who that is, because I think she's the only black chick on that show. Or used to be, or whatnot.
I saw Nene was on there too.
Nene
Leaks. She ain't on there. I know she on the do normal. Nene from.
Okay, the blonde hair.
Yeah.
Did
she make a couple?
I guess she might have made a why even start?
We don't know.
But she was there. Plus, she had a good friend, her best friend from Detroit with her, and I guess they were there for support. And so we hearing a couple of poetry artists doing their thing, and if you've been to one of those, they're pretty much uncensored. And so I'm thinking while she's watching this, it's building up fear, because she's coming with a different I don't want to say lesson, a different
message.
Yes. I think it might be Michael B. She coming with a different message, and so I believe. That of course, if she hasn't done that in that arena, it is.
It's like trying to go and sing a gospel song at the club when everybody is like crunk and they all dance and they just finished twerking, and then now you got to
coming in with Jesus on the main line.
Yeah, and people really didn't. It was when you looked at the audience as she was singing. You looked at the audience. A lot of them were kind of. They looked like they were shocked at what, they really didn't know how to accept what they were hearing, because they didn't. Now it was some, and then by the end of it, you saw more people into it, because now they on board, they know what's going on. But it seemed like it was a little shocking for them at first.
Because you're not going to expect nobody speaking about Jesus,
right?
At a poetry slam or whatever you want to call it, right. And I know, of course, you had some believers in there. They knew the song and went in.
Right.
While she was singing, she has a blessed voice, and so it's going to reach unbelievers. So I believe somebody might have got touched. Somebody might have went to Sunday school the next morning. Who knows?
But she felt bad, after that performance, and was even in tears because. Yeah. She wasn't used to that. Like she usually when she sings, she ushers people into worship, and because she's in a gospel or church setting, so everybody's already there. They're even if you're not there, you start listening to the words and let the words minister to you. But when you're not prepared for it,
people wasn't there for it to be ministered to.
Right.
You know, that wasn't their main focus when going. When if you going, when she's at the church, you expect. You don't
usher me in, Jesus.
They're not going to sing no hard rock coming in there. Talking about Dungeons and Skulls, and so when you don't do something to what's the word I'm looking for?
I'm only good for one.
Oh, you just gonna leave me, huh?
I'm only good for one.
I tell you. But if in that arena, it's gonna be hard to get used to, and I think it was just her fear. Of uncomfortability.
I didn't think she did bad at all, and I don't think that the people. I felt like they still they received her well. It wasn't nobody. Get off. Yeah, nobody threw anything. And they weren't laughing and
threw this woman. It was not like that. So
it was like you said, it was her fear.
And I think she didn't think she was received well because she said, when I'm there, I got my support. People
from the crowd.
Black folk, they gonna let you know if they like it. Yes, sing it. And so right. She didn't hear that. They were. But those type of they listen. They that type of arena. They gonna listen to your words and go all the way in, whatever you talking about.
I agree.
And so I didn't think she was expecting that. I don't know if that was her first time in that surrounding.
It seemed like it was.
Yeah, and which brings me to the point of I found out a lot that she's I wouldn't say sheltered, but she's a homebody, or she feels protected when she's in Detroit or with her parents. I think that's the reason why she still live with her parents. She come back. I'm saving money. Blah 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 blah.
But no, if she's still getting an allowance too, so
she's 25.
Hey,
I guess that's some Paris Hilton stuff.
I moved back home for an allowance. And
I would too, if
I'll keep my job, give me an allowance, let me save up so I can. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
But and a friend come up tell her, you need to branch out. You too much at home. You don't know the world. How you reach the world, and can't. I wouldn't say can't relate to them.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to do all the worldly things, but at least, know your surroundings, know where you're getting into, know how people act, and then you won't run off stage crying because you in, this arena and you don't know how to act, and people clap and everything, when she got off stage, but, she couldn't handle it. And that's just one thing I thought, I'm like, yeah, she really needs to get out, see the world.
I can see that.
When she said the allowance thing, I'm like, oh, poor baby. She, maybe she should have went off.
When she said the allowance thing, I was like, dang. I wish I could still get an allowance. No, I wish I can get one allowance. I ain't never got no allowance.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got $1 for you, but
I'll take it.
Not now.
Not now.
It ain't offer time yet.
We passing the plate around?
But that was a good. I think that was a great experience for her. Mm-hmm. She might hurt right now, but from my thing, my thoughts on if you're on stage or in front of people, I think the first time is usually the hardest.
Right.
Of course, you're gonna be nervous or anxious, before each show or whatnot. Or production,
but then once you get going, because what she knows how to do is sing and minister. So once she gets there,
it ain't about them no more.
Yeah,
and so I think
you and Jesus.
I think it was a good experience, and I think she'll learn from it. And
after that,
Rodney Jerkins. The next thing she saw a producer, which is Rodney Jerkins, like we said before, and basically she told him, she got real with him. I don't want to disappoint anybody. For when I, for me growing or trying to branch off, You know, I don't want my brother to be mad at me. I don't want my father, you know, and definitely my mother, right. You know. And so she's warned, you know, with herself on what to do. And he gave her some, you know, some good advice. And for him being I guess a bishop's kid and being from the church also, and him doing his music thing, you know, he related to her. You know, he gave her some words on how he felt. You know, he's like, I was in the same position. You know, what would they think if, you know, because he does secular music as far as producing, but he produces a lot of gospel artists also.
And he also comforted her in saying that no matter, you know, what we produce, our project won't make God angry. Yeah. You know, like it's still going to be gospel music. The beat might be different because like the music that he came up with real quick. You know,
Mike was in the club. Where my drink? Where my?
Mike was in the club, but Michael B was not. But no, I'm like, you know, but
the word still there.
It was hot though.
Yeah.
You know, and then she started, you know, humming along with it, and I'm like, I can see this. I can see it.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
So I'm excited to hear what they're going to do with this project. If you know, this was just an episode. I don't know. Maybe next episode, J. Drew convinced her like you only need to work with me. So then that just shoots that down. But
all right, anime.
But you know, this whole episode, he was kind of in his feelings because he felt betrayed. He's like, you know, we've been working together for so long, and
I think they should at least told him.
Now that was kind of underhanded.
Yeah, they already made the trip, and she's about to leave, and all of a sudden, you know, let's sit down in the park with the ducks,
and let's talk about it.
And you know, we going on a trip without you, and it's about music. You know, that's their thing. Right. And so I think they at least should have, you know, brought him in, and I think he should be open minded to know that he's not the only. Get you an artist. How about that?
And that, I think, me personally, I think that's the bigger deal. I feel like she's his only artist. Yeah. So if they take her away,
he done.
And he's trying to, he's trying to build something. You know. So that's what I was feeling like during watching the episode. I felt like that was the thing.
I ain't saying he piggybacking off his sister, but you know, have enough confidence in your ability as a producer to go out and find other artists. You know, you wanna, you know, you keep on talking about you want to do this music thing and branch off. How about actually go and branch in? She's scared and she doing it. You know, she's slowly doing it.
Maybe he needs an agent or a manager or somebody to push him.
That's probably what he needs, and because it just seems like it's a lonely road where he's going right now. Because I can see it,
and I feel like he's trying to. Not he's trying to. I feel like his character is distancing themselves from everybody.
Ooh,
I feel like he's trying to get away from the church. He's trying to get away from, now he's not trying to get away from his sister and work with her, but he's trying to get away from his baby mama and just want to do like, I feel like something's going on right there.
You just feel.
I feel it. I feel like there's a message coming.
And it's probably gonna be from the bishop. Because he done gave about 3 or 4 lessons each episode, and I guess that's what he's there for. The mama might, I don't know what she, like she always just floats in, I guess. I don't know. You don't hear too much from Miss Karen. But what do you think so far?
I'm still enjoying it. I feel like any man with a child can relate to what J. Drew's going through as far as, you know, dealing with the baby mama, but it's kind of, I don't know, since I watched, you know, Iyanla last night, and we were dealing with Sheree and her husband and how they had that bitter divorce and he didn't want to pay child support, and then today watching this, it's like, you know, when kids is involved, I feel like you got to be a little bit more delicate. Yeah. When dealing with, even if you don't like your baby mama or your baby daddy, I feel like you
coexist and co-parent.
Right, and I feel like you got to be more mindful of how you treat that other person because of your kids. You can't just treat them any kind of way, push them to the side like they don't exist all of a sudden. When at one point they were your everything. So that's kind of,
or they weren't your everything at all, and that's where the problem is.
That's a problem.
That's another one for you.
Oh, is that how you gonna try to end the show?
Oh no, that was my little lesson. You know, my asterisk.
Right on.
Hashtag. But I like this show. The show so far, it's been good. You know, I can't complain on it. You know, they giving us more and more, inch by inch, and so we'll see where it goes. Next week, episode 4. Anything else might be.
That's all I got.
Till then, people.